Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video we're doing a get ready with me. This is the first get ready with me that you guys would have seen in a while because I haven't actually been out much since I've been pregnant. And now I'm in the third trimester. I don't particularly want to go out, so you're probably wondering, where are you going? I'm not going anywhere. I'm actually doing an at-home maternity photo shoot. I did look at booking one, but they are quite expensive, so I thought, you know what? I've got the cameras, I've got James today. I can attempt this on my own. It's going to be very wearable because these are photos. I don't know if I'll have more kids. Like I could be one and done. This could be my one and only, who knows? So I want to do a photo shoot that is timeless. Obviously, it's a bit like a wedding where your photos, they're still in date. They don't look completely out of fashion. What was you doing? I am actually posting this video the same day that I am filming it, so this deal will still be on. This is the P. Louise on the Pool palette. It is a Christmas palette, so the downside is that it has Christmas packaging, but it's a palette that I pick up all the time because it's so easy, convenient, wearable, and just has really nice shades in it. I'm probably only going to go in with, all the matte ones, to be honest, today. This is now £7.50. One is the gold packaging, one is the red packaging, but the red one, very similar, so it has your shimmers and your mattes, but this one has a little bit more deeper shades in there, I would say, so a little bit darker. And I'm going to do my very classic glam today. This is something that I wear all the time when I'm going out. If I'm not sure what to do, it's always going to be this look, and you would have seen this look on loads of makeup artists. Loads of people get this look when they're going out, when they go to makeup artists, bridal. So I'm just taking shade Mrs. Claus, and this is going all over the outer corner, through the crease, and underneath the front part of the brow. So it's going to soften that front part of the brow. I like to bring it down the nose because it starts off that nose contour. This just makes nose contouring a lot easier because you're starting it on your eyes, going into your nose already. And because this is such a soft shade, this will blend seamlessly into the rest of the base makeup. I'm going to blend it towards my temple. That is like the best way to get your eyes to blend into the rest of your face. Only if you're using wearable shades. Obviously, if you was doing it with green, it's not going to blend into the rest of your face. So I'm going in with shade Eggnog. There is only two lighter shades. Well, actually, no, there is the shimmers as well, but two lighter matte shades. One is more of like a yellow undertoned one, but I'm going to go in with Eggnog. And this is going on the whole inner half of the eyelid. If you bring this up just above your crease, it creates a more open eye look. So if you have smaller eyes, I really recommend this, or hooded eyes. Going above the crease is basically creating a new crease. I don't have hooded eyes, but I always do this anyway. And then as I get to the inner corner, I'm actually going to add a bit going down the side of my nose, just to sharpen that nose contour a little bit more, and it gives a little bit more structure already. And then I just blend those two shades together, not completely. I'm really light-handed with the brush that I'm using. It's the same brush that I've used from the beginning. With just some excess of that shade, I'm blending where that cream shade meets that nude shade. Smoky liner, of course. I cannot do a look without smoky liner. I love it, and I will try and convince anyone to have smoky liner, especially my brides. If they've never had one before, I will always offer it on a trial to see if they have it. Usually makeup artists try and avoid doing a wing because they are hard to do, but they just look so good. So I'm going to do a tiny little wing. Sorry, you can see I'm desperate for this coffee right now because I keep gravitating towards. I'm only going to focus this on the outer corner. I'm going in with shade Spruce It Up and just lift that outer corner. So I'm going upwards towards the end of my brow and just focusing it on that outer corner. Gives you that lift and just gives it that really fluttery look. And if you saw my look from last week, the Victoria's Secret Valentine's Glam, which by the way, if you haven't seen it, please watch it after this one because it is Valentine's tomorrow and that is a Valentine's look, and it is. I do the same thing with that look where I just do a little wing and then add some individual lashes just to give a really sultry, fluttery vibe. So like I said, I'm going to go in with some individual lashes today. These are from Unicorn Cosmetics. I am flying through these at the moment. I've run out of the size that I usually use. So I'm going to go in with the 18mm ones today and just put a couple on the outer corner. They're not going to go throughout the entire eyelid. I'm just going to place that first one right on the corner. It's stuck to my, I hate when that happens. I'm going to leave a small gap just so it makes it really nice and fluttery. Please. Sir? Yes, like that. See how you can actually see the gap? So down to the skin base, I don't need longevity. I need something that's going to look absolutely bloody flawless. on cameras with flash. I don't know if this is going to work with flash because it's HD, so we're really putting it to the test today. And yeah, I'm taking a risk really for a photo shoot, but I have high hopes. Let's hope for the best. It looks so stunning that I can't help but use it because it's just so unreal on the skin. See how that just gives the most stunning glow on the skin. Like, how could I not put this on today? Oh, it just looks so good. Oh, I just really love the way it looks. And then I'm thinking I'll just build this up with my cream bronzers and make it more full coverage with the cream bronzer, concealer and the other products. For bronzer, we're going in with the P. Louise Spoilt for Choice Cream Bronzer in Toffee Toast. The past 4 videos I've posted have all been using this. I use it a lot. I do really like these purely because it's a matte bronzer, which doesn't make sense when I like to be glowy. But the reason why I like a matte bronzer is because everything else that I use is glowy. Do you know what I mean? If I was using a matte foundation, I probably wouldn't use a matte cream bronzer. But because everything on my skin is always so glowy, I don't want too much slip and slide, too much glow going on. And this actually is very blurring because it's matte. I want this high up on the cheekbones. I want it all around the perimeter of my face, but I don't want it too brought in. I don't want to look too sculpted, too contoured. I want to look full coverage but blurred at the same time. And I'm just doing a little bit of nose contour, just connecting that eyeshadow to the rest of the face. And doing that with the eyeshadow, like I said at the beginning, just makes it so much easier to do this step. Photo shoot, and there's going to be videos as well at kind of all angles. That means do the jawline. Do the jawline. Especially with how big I am right now. You're probably thinking, girl, you don't even look big. It's because you can't see me. The belly's there. I don't actually know if I've actually put on, I know I have put on weight, but I don't actually know how much. But because I am in the last trimester, I'm expecting to get big. Does not bother me in the slightest. But I'm expecting, you know, for it to show. You get a little bit plump, you know? You're having a baby. So I'm just going to make sure my jaw is sculpted. And then I'm just going in with my sponge with a tiny bit of that same foundation and just blending around that bronzer a little bit like how I would do underpainting, except I'm not doing underpainting. I'm kind of doing both in one go. So I'm just blending around just to soften those edges. It then gives a little bit more coverage with the foundation as well. And then just make sure that jaw contour is really blended out, because you want to look snatched, but at the same time you don't want to look like you've literally got an orange stripe down the side of your neck. Kylie Cosmetics Power Plush Concealer in 2N. I do want this bright, but not too bright, you know. We're still trying to stay soft, but at the same time I do want a flawless base. And I'm going to have to highlight everywhere that I usually would, just so we can get that structure on the skin. This is really hard to explain because I'm saying I want structure, but at the same time I don't want structure. I do, but in a soft way. And the concealer is definitely the most important part of this look, so it definitely had to be the bit that was the most full coverage. Like, this is the bit that's bringing the coverage, as well as the powder. The powder will be a key point as well. Okay, time for some blush. What blush am I thinking? I did really like the concoction that I did last week, which was Malibu Barbie with a juice pot in Lychee from the Beauty Co-op. So I think I'm going to do that again, because it did look really, really nice with the look. And this is with a look that's not so pink. So Malibu Barbie on the outer corner, right underneath my eyes. A lot of people use this shade on its own completely, but I feel like I'm a little bit too tanned right now for me to just use this on its own. I feel like it does need that little bit more of a pop for it to stand out. But if you're someone that prefers more of a subtle blush, then you may like this just on its own. And then going in with the juice pot, this goes directly on the cheekbone. So this is like, the best way to describe this is this shade is going to blend out into that first shade. I feel like this shade is the perfect shade for me. I usually go between like cool tone blushes or corally, more orangey blushes, but I feel like this is a nice medium. It's more on the corally pink side, I would say. Powders, absolutely Huda Beauty. Was it going to be anyone else? No, it wasn't. This is in Pound Cake and in Cherry Blossom. Cherry Blossom on the outer corner, Pound Cake everywhere else. I'm going to mattify my skin, then bring the glow back in later on. Really can't find another powder that's better than Huda Beauty at the moment. I do want to try some more. I said this in last week's video. I want to try the Patrick Patrick Star. What's his brand called again? One Size. I do want to try the One Size powder, but I can't get hold of the shade for me yet. But otherwise, I just can't find one that does it as good as Huda Beauty. And like I said, this is such a key point right now. Like, doing the powder is one of the most important things in my bridal routine when I'm doing my clients. This is the step that makes your makeup last one all day, even though I don't need my makeup to last all day today, but gives you that flawless look on camera. Bronzer, would I use anything else, guys? Would I? Now and then maybe, but this is my absolute go-to. MAC Give Me Sun. It is the OG. It is most probably 100% what I'm going to wear on my wedding day. It's what I use on all of my brides. It's the best ever. So we're going to use this today, obviously. Focusing this high up. You're not going to see my brush down here. It's just up here, really close to the perimeter. Okay, I've done a little bit since I last saw you. I was actually testing out a new lip tint. It's not very new, but it's something that I never thought I would buy, but I got influenced into buying. And it's actually really good, to be honest with you. If you want to see that, it is on the other app. Now I'm going back in to mesh all my powders together, make it more skin-like and more glowy. Okay, I guess it's time for me to actually take my hair out now, so be back in a moment. Okay, we're back. I know my hair is absolutely flipping huge. I've just taken it out of the pin curls and I've just used this hairspray. This is like the strongest hairspray that I own. It is the Moroccan Oil Luminous Hairspray. It's what I see all the hairdressers using when I'm on bridal jobs. It really does like hold everything in place. So I know it looks big right now, but I'm just doing it like this so that it has time to drop and that I can brush it out if I need to, rather than the other way around and it being too brushed out already. So yeah, this is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed it and let me know what you want to see next week. Bye.